All right, so as you can see here, here's the manifold. If you look right there, there's where the issue lies. This is why it won't seal properly. Stay tuned. All right, YouTube, so we're back with part two. And what I got here is another gasket. And you might be thinking, oh, gasket didn't work the first time. You're right. You're absolutely right. 100%. It didn't work. So I got a little bit of help here. I'm gonna try to run both of these together and see if it works. I'm gonna try to run. I'm gonna put the gasket on and then put the copper gasket behind that next to the manifold, so that the manifold can, adhere to the gasket maker that adheres to the gasket that's going to go onto the block or into the head. I'm then after that going to test it by hooking up a shop vac to the muffler, which I'll show you all these steps. And try to, and suck the air out of the system to see if I can hear any exhaust leaks in the car while I wait the 24 hours for this to cure. So with all that said, let's get started. First things first, you're going to want to clean the area of your head where your exhaust gasket is going to sit. I have mine taped and I cleaned it already after the part one video. So I'm good on that front, but your experience may vary, so make sure to do that. And you want to clean the surface of the exhaust manifold itself, so I'm going to go grab that and start smoothing it out to make it where the gasket can adhere. Stay tuned. Installation is the reverse of removal. We'll just slide this down in here. There we go. So it's in. You just gotta wiggle it around some and wiggle it a little more and wiggle it a little more. You'll get it in. All right, I'm gonna go to the bottom and get the exhaust flange in place, and then we'll come back up here and start the next thing. Stay focused. All right, so with the exhaust flange now completed and torqued down, I'm now going to turn my attention to the gasket. So this part of the gasket won't get any gasket maker on it, but this part of the gasket will. So I'll put a bead of gasket maker here, and that's to help it seal on this gasket surface, the exhaust manifold itself. And then I'll put some of this on the exhaust manifold itself and put them together. So I need to do this pretty quickly because this stuff will dry, but I still have to put another part in for the exhaust manifold so that it won't be supporting all the weight. So let's go ahead and get this started. All right, so this is what I was talking about. So I got this nice little bead here. Let me put a little bit more right there to connect that gap. And I'll put this onto the car right now, and then I'll go and put it on the exhaust manifold and put those two together and get them seated so that it can cure overnight. That's the plan. All right, stay tuned. All right, so if you look down in here, the exhaust is now covered with the gasket. I'm now going to mate the two together, bolt it in, and then allow that to sit, compress, and seal for 24 hours. And we'll come out tomorrow and light it up and see what happens. Stay tuned. All right, so I got everything now back in place. If you've all of you that are, you know, pretty keen on seeing any continuity changes, yes, I have gone ahead and fixed all of that stuff. I got it all heat wrapped up. So to protect the car, to protect the fuel lines, you definitely want, I don't know why Ford didn't put one here. They had a heat shield on it, but I still don't think that heat shield was good enough. So I would suggest going out and getting one of these to cover your fuel line and your, I guess, emissions breather tube or vacuum line, whatever that is. But yeah, so now we're gonna wait the 24 hours and then we'll hook up a shop vac through the back of the exhaust pipe, and we'll test to see if it leaks up here. And if it doesn't, we'll be good to fire it up. If it does, then I might cry. Not really, but seriously. Yeah, with that said, I'll see you in the morning. All right, so it's the next day, and I got this shop vac here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna stuff this bad boy into the exhaust here. First, I'm gonna blow it out to make sure I don't blow any crap that might be in here into the exhaust. So we'll stick it in there and turn it on, turn it to blow, and we'll push air through the system like I said yesterday and see if there's any leaks. And then if there are, we will reverse it out into a suction mode so we can hear the hissing and plug those holes up and fix all the leaks, and hopefully it works. So let's go. All right, so this is my setup. I got, like I said, the tube in there, got it taped. I put a glove over that part, got it taped, jury rigged up, and all I do now is just turn it on and so good news is I can't hear anything from the blowing method. I'm going to try to use the sucking method to see if I can hear anything hissing in this general region or under the car. So I also need to plug up my secondary oxygen sensor that I didn't plug up yesterday, so let's do that too. All right, stay tuned. So after listening for any hissing, I didn't hear anything. So now I'm going to add some of the soapy water to it. Shout out to Chris Fix. Soapy water to it, and see if I can see any bubbles, and that will be a telltale sign of leaks. But I gotta watch out for the alternator and stuff like that, so I'm gonna go from underneath and spray it. One of the problem areas, spray this down with soapy water. Really tight up under here, so I'm gonna cut you back on. So I got the instrument on, I'm looking for any leaks, and I'm not seeing anything. I don't see anything that's sticking out to me right now. It's really hard to see with this bracket in the way, but it doesn't look like anything is leaking. That's great. And then this right here seems to be solid, so I feel like we're good to go. So I'm gonna fire it up and see if it works. All right, so moment of truth time. Let's get in here and work. All right, please work. Do not be NASCAR on me. And it's still NASCAR. Get the key out and see if it sounds like NASCAR or not. I really hope it doesn't, but if it does, it does. But I really hope it doesn't. Ah, yeah. Oh yeah. Now that's what's up. Still got a little bit of something. A little bit of something going on. We'll work through that though. See what's what. So that pulsing sound you was hearing was this right here, was disconnected. So, you know, make sure that all your cylinders are firing. So let's go start it up again and see how it sounds. It should sound a lot better than it did That sounds better. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're back in business, baby. Focused hands. Signing off. Peace.